Hi guys, I'm here to do my April wrap-up video. I haven't decided which books I'm going to read in May yet, so I'm not going to do a video for my TBR. And I didn't really stick to my TBR for last month, so I'm kind of probably just going to go with the flow. I might make a list, but I haven't done so yet. If you have any suggestions or ideas of books that I should read, then you can just leave them in the comments and I will check them out. And I always love hearing from you guys, and I always love finding new books, so that's great. If you have any books that you want me to read, definitely just leave them in the comments. Let's get to the books that I read in April. So the first one I read was The Valhalla Prophecy by Andy McDermott, and this is the continuation of the Wild and Chase series, and I really enjoyed it. They're fun action adventure stories about an archaeologist and her bodyguard who are always looking for secret treasures or hidden treasures. For the first book, they're looking for Atlantis. So if you're into that kind of book, then you should definitely check it out. This one is just as fun as the other books. I didn't find it as exciting as the first ones, but it's still good, and I still give it a 3 out of 5. Then I picked up Across the Universe. This is by Beth Revis. It's the first in a YA trilogy, and I believe that all the books are out already. So this is about a girl, Amy, and her parents. They all decide that they're going to be cryogenically frozen to board this ship, Godspeed, that is going to a new planet. And she ends up, she doesn't really want to go because she has a boyfriend on Earth, but her parents are going, so she's kind of in a tight spot, and so she decides to go even though it's 100 years of a trip, and something happens and she is woken up early. So it's all takes place on a ship that's on its way to a new planet, and it's quite interesting. I enjoyed it, and I'll definitely be checking out the next book. I might even pick that one up in May to see what happens in the continuation of the series. So then I read Crown of Midnight, and this is by Sarah J. Maas. It's the second book in the Throne of Glass series, and I really enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy it as much as the first book. I probably like that one a little bit more, and I give this one maybe a 3 out of 5. I do like the characters, I like the idea, but the first book really captured me from the very beginning, and this one is a little bit more paranormal than dystopian, so it's still good, and I'll definitely still read the last book because I want to see what happens in the series. Next, I picked up Dark Fever by Karen Marie Moning, and this is the first book in the Fever series. It's about a girl named Mac, and she has to travel to Ireland because her sister was murdered, and she wants to figure out what happened to her. She got this strange voicemail from her before she died, and she wants to figure out what's going on. This book is like a paranormal romance, but not really romance, which I enjoyed, and I'll definitely be continuing on in the series. I'm pretty sure that the whole series is done now, but there might be I think there's a spin-off series that's kind of like similar to this one. And yeah, I liked it, so I'll be continuing. Probably gave it like a 4 out of 5. Next, I read Speaker for the Dead and Xenocide, and they're both by Orson Scott Card, who is the author of Ender's Game, and this is actually the continuation of Ender's Game, so it's the second and the third book in the series. I enjoyed them. I really like the world building, the characters. You still see Ender, even though this is about 2,000 years or 3,000 years in the future. He's still there, and they explain how that happens. The only thing about these books is that as the series continues, the author kind of pushes religion in your face a little bit more, and I don't like that. I still want to see what happens with this series, and I enjoyed these books, but I did not like them as much as the first book, and I gave both of them probably a 3 out of 5. Next, I read Boy Snowbird, and this is by Helen Oyeyemi. This is one of the Heather's picks for chapters, if you're familiar with chapters, if you're Canadian, which usually means that the books are really good. I didn't like this one as much. It's I thought it was going to be a reimagining and a retelling of Snow White, which it kind of is in a way, but I was waiting for more of a fairy tale aspect when what I got was more just fiction. It's about a light-skinned black family which is passing themselves as a white family in the 60s or the 50s, 60s, which is, you know, kind of a big deal back then. I guess I was waiting for more of a, like I said, fairy tale aspect, but I just didn't get enough of that, and yeah, so I gave it like a 2 out of 5. Next, I read To All the Boys I've Loved Before, and this is by Jenny Han. She's the author of The Summer I Turned Pretty series, which I've read, and I enjoyed it, but I really, really like this book a lot more. So this is about a girl named Laura Jean, and she writes these letters, like love letters, to these guys that she's loved. But it's not really to send to the boy. It's more for her benefit to kind of like get her emotions out there. And then once she's written them, she kind of doesn't like the boy anymore, or doesn't have the same feelings for him at least. And so I really enjoyed this book. Somehow the letters get sent to the boys, and then she kind of has to face them. It's a really good story. It's quick. It's easy. It's you know, kind of a little bit of romance or YA romance, but still not at the same time. It's really good, and I give it 4 out of 5. So you guys, if you like Jenny Han's other series, you should definitely check this one out. Then I read The Darkest Night, and this is by Gina Showalter. This is the first in the Lords of the Underworld series. And this one is also a paranormal romance, but it's more romance than paranormal. So I didn't like it as much as I thought I was going to like it. I still like the characters. I like the idea. It's about these men who are they're basically gods who have been punished with these demons. The one that is in this story, his name is, what is his name? Anyway, I can't remember. So, he's punished with, he basically has to die every night at midnight. He has to go through this death and go to hell and then come back in the morning. And each story, I guess, is about one of the guys and their punishments. And although I didn't like it as much as I thought I was going to like it, I definitely want to know what happens, so I will probably continue with the series. I might even pick up the second one this month because they're pretty quick to read. They're easy. Sorry, that's my bunny. She wants to be picked up. Yeah, so I'll probably read the next book. Then I read Losing It, and this is by Cora Carmack. And this is a new adult book, I guess. It's about a girl who just is a virgin. She decides that she doesn't want to be a virgin anymore, and her roommate says, okay, we're going out and we're going to find you a guy. So she goes to a bar looking for a one-night stand and finds this guy who she's attracted to, who she takes home, but she can't go through with it. So she leaves him in her apartment, and when she comes to school the next day, she finds out that he's actually her new drama teacher for university. It's quite interesting. It's a very quick read. I read it in one sitting, probably in a couple of hours, and I enjoyed it. There is a series. I don't think they're really continuation. I think it's more of a companion series, so I will check them out because I thought it was good, and we'll have to see what happens in the next books. Then I read Night of Cake and Puppets. This is by Laini Taylor, and it's a novella of the Daughter and Smoke and Bone series. I want to continue with this series, and the last book came out just this month, or last month, and this is kind of an in-between. It takes place before the second book, and this is in the point of view of Susanna and Mick and how they met and how they started dating. It was really cute, and I will give it probably 3.5 out of 5. Then I read the Judy Blume series, the Fudge series, so it includes Tales of Fourth Grade Nothing, otherwise known as Sheila the Great, Super Fudge, Fudgemania, and Double Fudge. I originally read these books when I was in elementary school and I really enjoyed them. I didn't read all of them because I think the fifth one hadn't even come out yet. But I picked them up again. They're super quick. They probably took about an hour each, and they're so fun. I love the characters. Fudge is crazy, Peter, Sheila, they're all great, and they make me laugh. They still make me laugh to this day, so you should definitely pick them up if you have an hour. Especially if you have kids, you could read them to them. They're great for that. Then I read Alice in Wonderland. I think everyone knows what this story is about, but it's not very good. But I'd never actually read the book, so I picked it up. It's because it's on one of my classics list, my 100 classic books that I wanted to read. I enjoyed it. It's, you kind of know the story already, but I gave it a 3 out of 5. The last book that I read is Maybe Someday. Sorry, the glare is crazy. And this is by Colleen Hoover. This is the book that we chose for our book club this month, and I really enjoyed it, actually. It's another new adult book, and it's about this girl who finds out that her boyfriend and her best friend are cheating together, I guess. I don't know how you say that. Cheating on her with each other. And so she finds out from the guy who kind of has the balcony that faces her, and they become friends. He kind of takes her in and they start writing music together. The cool thing about this book is that the songs that they write in the book you can actually listen to, because Colleen Hoover worked with an artist named Griffin Peterson, and he performs the songs, and you can listen to them online, which is kind of neat. This book is so fun. I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 out of 5. I really liked it, and if you are into the new adult, or even if you're not, you should pick up this book because the characters are good and the story's good, and it's really quick to read. So those are the books that I read in April. Like I said, I haven't picked my books for May yet, so definitely leave some comments down below. If you've read any of these books, let me know what you thought. If you have any questions, comments, let me know. And that is it for me. So I will see you guys next month, if not sooner, with my May wrap up. Okay, bye.